Hello, my name is Chris if you didn't already know, and welcome to my show SmegChris Review. Before I talk about a movie, I want to talk about the television show Elementary. As some of you may be aware, it's just finished its last ever season. The thing is, I remember when it was first advertised, there were billboards on the side of the road saying Elementary, starring Johnny Lee Miller and Lucy Liu as Watson, and I'm like, Watson's a woman? Huh? But it wasn't that what deterred me. I just thought we'd already got a modern day Sherlock with, well, Sherlock. Plus the fact I had no way of watching it. But then I got Now TV and eventually they showed the first 3 seasons as a box set. So I thought, I'll give it a try. I was hooked within 10 minutes. Johnny Lee Miller is my favourite Sherlock of all time. And Lucy Liu is fantastic as Watson. Needless to say, after that first episode, I just binge watched the entire 3 seasons. And when I got to the end, I was wanting to watch the 4th season, but they didn't have it on Now TV, they'd taken it away, so I was like, ugh. Of course, eventually, they brought it back on before the 5th season started showing, and so I binge watched it. And I was just gripped by every single episode. I mean, they're not all absolutely brilliant, but it's just one of those shows where I just couldn't get enough of. And I'm not usually into crime dramas, but this really gripped me. I love Sherlock's eccentricities. Watson's roll of the eyes of, it's just Sherlock doing what he does. And of course some of the side characters were interesting too. And of course we've got to the last episode and it only got half a season, but I really enjoyed that last episode. They kind of jumped forward 3 years, but it kind of worked for that story. And as the episode went on, they ended up jumping another year. But I really thought it was a worthy ending. And I have a feeling they've left it open for possible specials that they may do in the future. I hope so anyway. And yeah, it was sad to see it end. I promise, I didn't cry though. Okay, time for my movie review of Zombieland Double Tap. And just fair warning, there may be spoilers. I don't know what I'm going to tell you. So all the main characters have returned and they don't look any different, well, except for one. Abigail Breslin, who plays Little Rock, is now all grown up. Well, it has been 10 years. That's what happens to kids, they grow up. But I do feel that she got to shine a lot more in this one. Woody Harrelson as Tallahassee is as great as he was before. Jesse Eisenberg as Columbus is still brilliant. And Emma Stone is as funny as ever. All the original actors obviously had fun slipping back into their old roles. The chemistry between them shows on the screen. But there are some fantastic new characters too. Zoe Dutch, I think that's how you say her name, she plays Madison and she is absolutely hilarious. Rosario Dawson playing Nevada is also a great addition, but when is she not? As you can imagine, the story continues after the first one. Zombies still roam the streets, survivors are still trying to survive, carnage still ensues, with fun results. So what we see of the story is that the main characters set up home at the White House after killing many zombies to get in there. And just from that opening sequence you know you're going to have a fun time with this film. So they settle down in the White House and after a while Little Rock starts to feel that Tallahassee is a little overbearing as a protective father figure. Also Wichita feels that her relationship with Columbus is a little stale and then she panics when he proposes to her. So of course the girls decide to leave. To get over being abandoned, Tallahassee and Columbus decide to go to a shopping mall and that's where they meet Madison. Of course she joins up with the guys and moves into the White House with them. And that's when Wichita returns because she's been abandoned by Little Rock who's gone off with some hippie. So the group go off to find her on a road trip. And of course they've got all the zombies to deal with. And as it's explained in the beginning, there are some new classifications of zombies. They've got the Homers, named after Homer Simpson, and they're all the dumb ones. The Hawkings were very smart and somehow they managed to outwit humans. And then there's the ninjas, you know, the stealthy ones. But as the story progresses, we are then introduced to the T-800s. You know, named after the Terminator, because apparently they're very difficult to kill. The film is a blast from the start and never gets any less funny at any time. And I have to say my favourite new character is Madison because every time she's on the screen I did nothing but laugh out loud. Also Tallahassee and Columbus meet doppelgangers of themselves and that's a joy to watch. Oh, and we also get to see some zombie kills of the year which are amazing. I'm not going to ruin any of them for you. And I have to say the third act of the film is tremendous fun. I was almost jumping out of my seat cheering throughout it. And when the end credits start, don't leave straight away. There is an extra scene that is absolutely brilliant and you don't want to miss it. But you know what? I'm not going to spoil the surprise here. This sequel is just as entertaining as the original. Not often you hear that, is it? In the end I give Zombieland Double Tap a... I hope they do a third one, but if not, these two are just perfect on their own. I could watch them over and over. Anyway, that's my review of Zombieland Double Tap. It's now time for me to go. So I shall say thank you for watching and subscribing if you have, and liking this video if you did. Until the next time, peace out. You're probably wondering, why am I wearing a Joker shirt? for Zombieland. To tell the truth, it was the first shirt I pulled out of my wardrobe. And I did see the irony of that, because there is a film out called Joker that I could go watch, but I really can't be bothered. I'm just not that interested in it, even though apparently it's going on to be one of DC's biggest films. And I was going to put on my shirt that says Tennessee because I thought that's what one of the characters is called. And then I reread the names and I was like, it's Tallahassee, not Tennessee. So I'd have looked like a right numpty.